Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would like to apologize that I have not been posting since so many months now. I was a little busy with my life and everything, so basically my flying. So without any wasting of time, I will just get into this video. So I'm making this one basically for all of you who are asking me the most common and repetitive questions related to computer number, DGC exams, your medicals, how to fill for your medical, how to get dates, how to choose a flying school for yourself, whether to do conventional or cadet, how am I doing everything, what is my flying status and everything. So I will be answering all of your questions here in this video today, and I hope you like it, and I hope I cover most of them. And even if I don't, there is no need to worry. You can get hold of me at my Instagram channel. I will be posting the link in which you can connect with me. It will be down in the comment section. You can just message me anytime you want, and I will try to respond as soon as possible for me. So first thing that I would like to clear is that I have completed my DGC exams, and uh, all the things that I teach are already completed by me. So, and also, if somebody wants any type of DGCA class for the exams, if you want regs tutoring, if you want general nav tutoring, any subject, you can DM me. I also teach regs myself, so and I can get you some other instructor if you do not like my teaching. So we can figure something out. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's start the video. So first thing is people are asking me if I can fill computer number for you. So I don't fill the computer number. I just know some of the tricks and methods to fill it, and you have to fill most of the things yourself only. So I will be asking you for many of your personal documents, which I don't feel fine, and so it is best if you only fill computer number yourself for yourself. I can just help you through the process. The next thing is some of the students have asked me that recently DGCA had issued a notice regarding to the DigiLocker thing. So earlier we had to send all of our documents in hard copy to the DGCA's office after you fill your computer number. Okay, but now that is ruled out. That option is ruled out. You don't need to do that anymore. But if suppose, let's say I was from CBSE board, I got my BVC, which is board verification certificate, which is the most asked question from all of you, is that what is a BVC? So BVC is nothing. It's your board verification certificate, which certifies your name, your date of birth and everything is on your mark sheet, and the BVC will specify that these are your correct marks and that are given by your respective board. So for CBSE students, you can just type on Google CBSE result, whatever your year was, and you need to click on the first link, and it will show you a prompt in which you need to give maybe your school ID, maybe your admit card ID. It will ask you 2-3 things, which will, if you enter, it will give you your BVC. So you just need to take a printout of that page and give it to DGCA. So by giving it to DGCA, I mean that you need to just upload it in your computer numbers application. You don't need to send it anymore. But for some of the students which are from other boards, most commonly Mumbai board or any of the boards like that, they need to send their documents, like the BVC specifically, to DGCA's office. Now, how do you know if you need to send it or not? If your BVC says that to whomsoever it may concern or to the CEO, then you need to send it to DGCA by post as a hard copy. And I'm talking about the BVC here. Okay. So this doubt is cleared. And then the question comes that the DigiLocker update. Okay, so this circular, which is shown here on the screen, it says that integration of the DigiLocker with the Pariksha portal for application of allotment of computer number. So yes, DGCA did come up with this idea that some people just don't have their BVC sometimes, and they have to give some extra money, like in 3,000 or 4,000. I don't remember the exact amount, but yes, if some people need their BVC, they need to give this much amount of money to get it. And sometimes it is misplaced by the courier person, or it is misplaced by you. So you have to pay extra money to get the photocopied version. And so, keeping all this in mind, maybe DGCA said that now you can just get the documents from your DigiLocker and copy paste them for your computer number. But the catch here is it is not yet been put to use yet. So you just cannot use the DigiLocker update as of now. And whenever it opens, I will keep it in mind to remind all of you to just go and start doing that. But right now, please don't use the DigiLocker documents. Okay, so and if you are assuming where did I get this document from, like how who told me? So nobody told me in person. I just used my brains and I went to DGCA's website, official website, and you can just see on their board. Every document is on there. Okay, so you can just go and find it for yourself. Then the next thing would be your exams. Okay, so as everybody knows that to keep your like to get your CPL before you start your flying, or when your flying is going on, you need to clear some papers. Okay, so one is your regulations, one is your metrology, the second one is your technical general, the fourth one is your general, like it contains all your general navigation subjects, three under it. So these four, and your RTR. RTR is just like an exam only, but it is considered more of a license altogether. So you need to have all these cleared files to get your CPA. Okay, so exam dates, all of these portals opening, the regular attempt, the on-demand attempt. So I get a lot of questions asking, how do we know when is the portal opening? And even if it opens, why am I not able to fill all my details and get a seat for myself? I paid, but I did not get my that what do you call, it's a slip, which is like your admit card for the exam. So for all these questions, first of all, I will tell you how the regular exam and the on-demand exam comes for 1 year. So every year it is same. Okay, so every third month is your regular attempt, and all the others are your on-demand attempt. So for all the on-demand papers, you need to give 5,000 rupees, and for your regular attempt you need to give only 2,500, which is like half the amount. So so now January, February, March, the first 3 months. Okay, so the third month, March, is your regular attempt, and the other two, January and February, are your on demand. And moving on, January, February, March, April, May, June. June is your regular attempt. The other two, they are your on demand. Then June, July, August, September. September is your regular attempt, and the other two are your on demand. Then October, November, December. December is your regular attempt, and the other two are on demand. So, this is my opinion that it is best for you to give the regular attempt. It is comparatively easier than the on demand ones. I gave papers in on demand also, and I failed. Then I gave them in regular attempt. So I cleared in that. So even if you fail a subject, that is fine. Nobody is judging you. People give 4 or 5 attempts to clear one paper, which is nothing. It's absolutely fine if you clear it in 4 or it in 5. It's just taking you a little time. So it's better if you take tutoring. You can either go to Ramphal Chalk, or you can get yourself a private tutor, which who will teach you like one-on-one, like I do. So I'll not advertise myself here. So let's get on with the next question, which is, people keep asking me which flying school am I in, what am I doing, like am I doing cadet or am I doing conventional, how much flying hours do I have. So first of all, my school is not paying me to advertise them, so I can't take the name. I'm just joking. So I am doing it from India itself, and I'm doing it in conventional way. So I have about 80 hours of flying till now, and I hope to clear it by this year maybe. Uh, Fingers crossed. So, how do you choose a flying school for yourself? So, at this time in India, every flying school is costing you above 50 lakhs. Okay. Now, how do you know if that much money can be like worth it? Do I go for conventional? Do I go for cadet? Just give a little extra money and go for cadet. At least I get the job opportunity. It's all up to you. I did not choose cadet because I did not have that much money. So I will be making way for myself. I chose conventional myself. And like all these schools in India, whichever you choose, just keep some of these questions in your mind. Like, ask the flying school, how much time will it take you to complete your flying if all your papers are cleared? Um, how is the weather at that flying school's particular place? Like at the Jaipur, Rajasthan side, the weather is a little better because it does not rain that often. And in south or south side of India, it rains a little because of the coast and all the meteorology stuff. And then you need to ask them what is the ratio of student to instructor, and how many planes do they have, and what planes do they have the Piper, do they have the Cessna, and if they do have the both, what is how much does it cost every hour to fly that plane for Cessna, and for Piper. Uh, the fuel is different and everything is different. Cockpit is different. So just know your plane before you fly it. I fly the Piper, which is conveniently easy, a little easier, I would say, but still it's a plane. So then what can you ask them? Yeah, ask them how much number of students do they have. Like if a school is having 200 students, it's a lot. But if they have that many planes and that many instructors to accommodate every child that they can fly every day, then it's fine, right? And then you ask, how are the instructors? Just ask the children who are already flying in that flying school, like the cadets who are on their Instagram page, like a flying school, particular flying school you chose. Go to that Instagram page, look for some of the cadets there who are flying and just ask them these questions. Maybe they'll help you a little better. Okay. And then, yeah, that's about it. And again, if you go for cadet or conventional, that is totally up to you. But if you go for cadet, it will take a little extra money. Uh, Actually, not a little, it will take a lot extra money because they give you a job guarantee. But it is not as easy as it sounds. So for if you choose cadet, specifically you need to choose which airline you want to go to. Do you want Air India or do you want Indigo? Indigo is operating, but Air India is opening soon. Its base is going to open in Amravati, which is in Maharashtra, and you can go for that also. But going for cadet has its own everything. You need to clear your papers. You cannot fail in those papers. You need to clear them in 1 or 2 attempts, I guess. If you fail in the second attempt also, you will not be allowed for cadet. And you need to basically keep your basics cleared for all of the subjects, because if you think that I just have to study and clear the paper right now and I'll just go for flying, I'll understand everything on my way, that's not how it works. You will have to again give papers for your recency, for your ATPL exams to become a captain. So everything is like a big circle here and it will come back to you. So it all depends on you, how you study, how you do everything. And if any of you has any more doubts, please feel free to DM me again on my Instagram channel, which link is given in my comment section. And one more thing that I would like to share with everybody. So, for your on demand exam and your regular sessions, whenever you fill for your slot, for regular slot, you will get a seat without any issue. But sometimes the portal crashes because so many students are filling. Okay. So sometimes just wait, just keep checking every 20 to 30 minutes. And but for on demand exam, I'm telling, it is hard to get a seat, okay, for your on demand exam, specifically in like place like Delhi. All the kids are there, most of them. So everybody wants to get a seat there. Uh, the trick is just open at 12 a.m. and just do whatever you want, get a seat for yourself. If you have paid, but it shows that you were not given a seat, your amount will be given back to you. So don't worry about that. Fill it again after you get your money back in your account. And this notice, which is seen on the screen, you can read. So this is the portal opening date for August session. Okay, so it will be an on-demand examination, which is called OLOD. Okay, for AME and FCE session. That is session 6 for 2025. So the portal will be opening for flying cadets from 7th to 11th August, and the dates for the exam will be 21st to 22nd August. Okay, so the like all the portals that open are opening basically in the first week of every month, mostly in the first week of every month, and the exam dates are given in the last or the second last week of every month. So that is a little trick that I told you. And these notices which come again on the DGCS website. So if you want to see when the exam will be coming, when the date will be coming, so you can either ask me, you can message me. If I do not respond because I am busy or anything, just don't worry. Go to DGCA's site, official site, type it on Google, and you can get all these notices, it is public notice, like written on the screen. It's a public notice, for it is available for everybody. Okay, so here the second notice, this is your exam dates. These are tentative, but can be exactly same. So you never know. You can prepare according to these. Okay, so for we are already in August, so next will be your regular attempt, which will be in September. Okay, and then the regular attempt will be in December. So the dates are already given, and the centers are also given. So for OLOD examinations, you can only go for New Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, Bengaluru centers. And for regular examination, Kolkata, Guwahati, Bhubaneswar, Patna, Mumbai, Bhopal, Ahmedabad, Pune, New Delhi, Chandigarh, Lucknow, Chennai, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, and Kochi centers are available. So that's about it for this video, and I hope you like it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will be posting regularly now for maybe my regs subject or navigation subject. And if you want like to make me to make a video on something particularly, feel free to comment below in the video, and as soon as I see your comment, I will try to make a video on it and post it ASAP. So I'll see you guys in the sky, and keep looking for my new videos from now on.